let's go fishing. You know it's really great, let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes, let's go fishing. It's easy when you try, floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike. Floating on the water with good old Steve and Mike.
Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing show. And we're awful glad to have you tuned in tonight. And a little bit rainy outside, Mike.
It is.
A little bit rainy, yeah. Supposed to rain kind of pretty much off and on all night, but it's got to quit sometime, Mike.
That's for sure.
Yeah. I hope it quits fairly early in the morning so it'll be dried out so I can go fishing tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be interested in it, but I'm going to try to go.
Well, can't do nothing because the grass will be wet, so you can't mow.
Yeah, right. Anyway, folks, like I said, it's good to have you all tuned in tonight. Dadgummit. Yeah, say hello to Dad, to Bill, Mike Richardson, and Mike Pennington, and Paul Harrison.
That's right. Yes,
and
sir. Yes, sir.
For sure. And Jeff Parrott called me the other day. Jeff, I hope you're watching. I was busy at the time, and I said, hey, let me call you back in a little bit. Well, son of a gun.
You got real busy.
A little bit run into a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to call him back. So, Jeff, I hope you're watching and getting this message. Give us a call, and maybe we can touch base on what you had in mind or what you wanted to ask me or whatever it might have been, and that kind of thing. So
yeah, the kayak fishing's going.
Yeah, we'd like to hear from them. I tell you that right now. Want to say hello to Mr. Irwin up there. We talked to him there last week quite a bit. And,
yes, sir.
And I know they're watching, and his grandson's taking notes, Mike, so you got to make sure, that you're telling the right thing. Don't let them know that you're really fishing with live bait and that kind of stuff. Make sure you tell what's going on, because he's taking notes, and he don't want him to flop back and look at it 4 or 5 years from now and say, Mike was doing this, when you really wasn't.
Well, you have a hard time finding them chartreuse minnows. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just have to keep him up to date on where to get them at, and how you get them, and that kind of thing. But see what happens. You ever tried to pour any of that bottle of that dye in your minnow bucket? Yeah. Hey, I mean, what the heck? You've tried everything else.
Yeah.
That might work.
I think Tony told me there that he got to go down, and I think he said he caught 6, either 6 or 8 crappie, and said didn't have but 3 or 4 keepers out of that. So it was pretty slow.
Yeah.
On the crappie. So.
Well, I mean, it went from dadgum spring to summer.
Well, it did that.
I mean, it didn't take it for just a day or two, buddy. We was into the 80s, and then now we've all been all over the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then the week before it changed, heck, we was down in the 40s.
Yeah, and that might come back again, too. You never know.
Can't never tell. Well, anyway, I'll fill you in. We took off to the lake Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah.
Saturday night, and I had Mikey and Jeff Phillips, and Wesley, he was out to his grandpa Larry's. But anyway, I told Mike, I said, you just go ahead and I'll meet you at the launch ramp. And I got there before they did. Well, Wesley had the boat on Friday. He took the boat down to Watts Bar and fished a little bit. And anyway, I took the boat to Norris, and we got out there. I idled out there to one of the islands there and was going to start fishing, throw the trolling motor over the front of the boat, hit the button, and didn't do a thing. I mean, I fooled with everything on that thing. And it had pulled there's a off and on switch on the side of that foot paddle, and we always cut it off whenever we put the boat on the trailer. Well, anyway, the dang thing, I told Jeff, I said, I never wet a line, because I took Jeff over there and let him get in the boat with Mike and Mikey, and I loaded up and come on back to the house. I got home, and about 12:30, 12:45, I said, son of a gun. So I just started taking that paddle apart and getting where I could see up and under it, and sure enough there, the dang supply lead coming off the plug-in on the side of the boat there for the 24 volt was pulled out of its stake-on. Mm-hmm. So if I'd have just calmed down a few minutes, because I checked everything, I mean from the trolling motor to the back of the boat. It has a breaker back there, checked the battery leads, made sure I was looking in the wrong place. So anyway, like I said, I just loaded the boat up and come back home, never even made a cast, and was really kind of disappointed and that I didn't get to fish, but we got the trolling motor fixed, and we're ready to go this weekend, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Mike, he fished, and I don't know why they didn't catch any more fish than what they caught, but they didn't do much good. And let's see, you said Gary caught how many?
Oh, your uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me they went Sunday night.
Okay.
And him and Ken, and said he caught 14, and Ken caught 2, and they missed a few fish.
Right.
And stuff there. And said a lot of them grabbing his bait and swimming down there and then throw it and spit it out or whatever. Stuff there. Wouldn't hold on to it.
What was they fishing with, Mike?
He said they fished jigs and stuff, and then he started throwing that little French fry job there, centipede thing there. Mm-hmm. He's throwing. So,
well,
you know,
something different.
It's something different.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking to him about. We throwed a lot of different baits. Me and Jeff did, and out of 6 or 8 different ones that I tried, the only thing that I caught any fish on was that jig was watermelon red. Mm-hmm. You know, like I say, we throwed copper crawls and all kinds of different watermelon stuff. Now Mike, he had a different colored green on than what I had, and he caught 2 on it. Done pretty good there. And,
right.
He's learning how to use a bait caster.
Okay, good.
You know, and
good.
had a few boo-boos, you know.
Oh yeah.
How that goes, but
yeah. I mean, you're learning it, especially of a night. You know, you have a few backlashes. That's a fact.
Yeah.
For sure. But he's getting taller, and he's doing good. If he's throwing the bait caster now, he's doing good.
Yeah.
Just a few more trips, he'll get the hang of it.
Tightened it down pretty good for him to start off with, and then gradually loosened it up a time or 2 there. And he got to where he was throwing pretty good.
Right. I heard that. Yeah, okay. We'll take that call, see what's going on. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hey, Steve,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yeah, buddy, I can hear you fine. Can you hear us?
This is Jackie Hooks.
Hey, Jackie, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, buddy.
Good.
I'm doing pretty good. I need you to make a trip over at Jim's tomorrow or Saturday morning.
Okay. Doubt if I can make it tomorrow, but I'd like to get over there Saturday.
I've got you a little something over there.
Oh, well, okay.
Just go over and pick it up.
Okay, Jackie, I appreciate it. Like I said, I don't get off work till 5:30. And the time I get out of the parking lot at 6 o'clock, and Jim's getting ready to go close and go home. That's why I said Saturday morning probably be a good time for me to go. So that be all right?
That'd be fine, buddy. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
All right.
Have you had any experience with them bait casters that's got that chip in it?
No. I threatened to buy one over there one day and laid it back down, and I haven't. No. I mean, I thought I wanted one, and I may yet get one. But what about you? Are you using them?
I bought one. I bought one today for that boy of mine, John.
Yeah.
We're supposed to go to North Saturday morning,
Right.
and I'll let you know next weekend how it does for him.
Okay. That sounds good. I mean, I hear that they're not I mean, they're not 100% backlash free, but they do a lot, real close. In other words, like Vance says on that, where I taped him over there, he said once you get it adjusted, said they just do a real good job. But I haven't got one myself, and but everybody's pretty high on them. But I'd like to try one. I really would.
Well, I'm going to go up there Saturday morning, me and John, and I got my live target in too, and got it on my boat now.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
If I find them up there, I'll tell you where they're hiding at.
All right, Jackie, that sounds good, because they awful good about hiding up there. I'll tell you that right now. They're just real good about hiding. So if you can find them. Now, there's a boy I work with. He's caught some pretty good fish in the last 3 or 4 weeks. He's been going down there, getting there, the crack of dawn, and fishing to about 9:30, and he's caught some smallmouth 18 inches and better, and he's had some largemouth that's at 4.5 pounders, and he's been throwing nothing but a top water plug, and he's putting in up there in Cove Creek, or there at the free launch.
Yeah, we went down Thursday, week before last.
Mm-hmm.
And John, he used it, and you talking about picking them apart now. He just find them and drop down on them.
Yeah. Well, that's great. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So you've had your live target for how long?
We fished with it one time. That was last week.
Yeah. Okay.
But it took me 8 months to get it.
Yeah. That's Jackie. That's the whole everything. Trolling motors, electronics, engines. The big engines for your boat. All that kind of stuff's hard to come by right now.
Even the boat.
Yeah. What did you think about your live target?
Hey, it's something else, buddy. I'll tell you it is.
Yeah, it does everything but hook them, don't it?
Yep. Yes, it sure does, buddy. But that's where we've been getting beat at a lot. Everybody here, got that stuff. And
Yeah.
they can find them and we don't.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's understandable. Now my question on this is, if you got 6 or 8 fish and it gathered up on a brush pile or a rock or whatever, does the blip that you see are they all the same size, or does it show the bigger fish that's there versus the smaller fish?
It shows different sizes.
Okay, all right, that's it. Okay, I don't have one, but I've listened to these other guys that does have them, and they say, that they just go in there and if there's a 6 or 8 bass or 15 or 20 crappie, they just target the 3 or 4 big ones, and once they catch them, they move on. Leave the others alone. So.
We just been out that one trip, and John done pretty good on it, about finding them.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good, Jackie. Real good. Let me know how you do, and call us back next week. But like I said, that guy I work with, he's been going on Sunday mornings out there fishing 2 or 3 up to about 9 and 9:30, and he's caught some pretty good fish. And last weekend he caught 13 that morning, and had 2 or 3 pretty good. I'll get to Jim's there Saturday. I don't see me making it there tomorrow afternoon. Like I said, that's the only reason I haven't been up there is because the time I get out there and get headed that way, it's already going on 6 o'clock. But I'll try to get there Saturday morning sometime. So, but I'll see what you got up there for me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, just go over and sing. Tell Vince, let you have it.
All right, I'll do it.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, Jackie. Good to hear from you, and good luck our Saturday morning, buddy.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
All right, see you, buddy. Yeah. Good to hear from Jackie.
It sure is.
Yeah. Mike, back last summer, I picked one of them reels up, and shucks, no more than I backlash. I can make it without. But they are nice. I'll say that.
What's the deal on it? If you change bait, do you have to redo it again?
Well,
adjust it again?
I'm sure that you would have to do a little adjusting if you went from a half ounce to a 1 ounce bait or a 2 ounce bait top water plug or whatever. But I don't know that. Like I said, I just picked. Vance had it laying up there on the counter, and I was spinning the handle around and feeling of it there, and just I liked it, but I didn't. I said, well, I'll check it out later. You'd have to put it on the rod and that kind of thing. But they've got to be pretty good.
You'd think so.
Yeah, the backlashing part on a bait caster is 90% of it's the caster. There's nothing wrong with the reel. If you cast that thing like you're supposed to, you're not going to backlash it much.
No, unless you got a wind condition
or something.
Throw different bait into it and stuff.
Right.
Sometimes it's hard to do certain conditions, but
but
all of them I've got, I just got it backed way off, just as loose as can be, and all I do is use my thumb on it the whole time.
Oh yeah, I know. But there's nothing wrong with these new reels, and they just keep improving on them. Now they got to 7-to-1s, 8-to-1s, and high speed reels, but like I said, it's a repetitive motion whenever you cast one of these bait casters.
It is.
If you'll do it the same way every time, you won't have much trouble. Now, when you go to trying to push it out there and flat cast it, what I call a flat cast, you done backlashed it before it ever left the boat.
Yeah.
And it just, but like I said, when you get it down, get the right rhythm and the right angle on your wrist, they pretty much won't backlash. I mean, I got some Bass Pro Shop reels and some Daiwa reels and Shimano reels and ABUs. I was talking to a guy the other day about the can reels. You know, everything nowadays is gone to the low profile. Well, I've got them 4 or 5 of those gold 250Ts. Is it 4 of them or 5 of them? Anyway, shucks, man, I wouldn't take nothing for them. I mean, and I've got a lot of reels that I like. That's not the can reels, as they call it, but I wouldn't take anything for them reels, them gold reels. And I've wore them out, but they still cast good and fish good. And so, you know, I don't know, it's whatever you get used to. The bad thing that I hate about my reels right now is I used to tear them apart every winter, clean them up good and oil them up, have them ready to go for come spring, and I hadn't done that in a couple of years. I just been dropping oil on them as I went. Mm-hmm. And that's not a good thing. I take a little old brush and brush the thread pile and everything off good with it, you know, but that's not like taking them down and really clean them. But yeah, you know, I don't have no problem with trying one of these chip reels.
No.
You know, sure, I really don't. The biggest thing that I'm looking for right now in a reel is getting one with kind of a wider spool. When you do backlash one, you can't get your fingers in there to pick the backlash out.
Well, yeah, you know.
So I like to get a wider spool reel that you, when you backlash it, you can pick in there and get it out, you know.
I got, of course, all mine's Garcia reels, Ambassadors, and a lot of them, biggest majority of them is 4600s, and then I've got 4 or 5 of the 5600s, big wide spool jobs that throw crankbaits on or something, you know, where we plan on using a lot of line there and stuff to where it gets out there a lot better.
Right.
Yeah, wide spool works a lot better, but it's a bigger reel, I think.
Yeah. You know, and like you said, it holds a little more line, and you know, if you do backlash it, and, you know, don't get me wrong, you get trying to throw into 20, 25, 30 mile an hour wind, look out, man, you're going to fuzz up every now and then.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, but normal fishing and that kind of thing, it's all about your wrist and forearm and that kind of thing. So anyway, tell us about the film you got, Mike. You only got 5 minutes worth.
Yeah,
I cannot believe that you guys didn't catch any more fish.
I know it. We started out right there about where we left you at, and you know, I caught a good large amount to start off with, and had a hold of 2 or 3 fish that got off for it. Even got the camera turned on. Stuff there, but this guy, I don't know what he was doing, but he had a pontoon boat and had the dangest lights. He's lighting up the whole sea up there. And he was right up against the bank, and when he finally turned to go back in the holler up there, I could see him standing up real high in that pontoon boat. Now, what he was doing in there against the bank with all them bright lights, I have no idea whether he was shooting a bow or you know, I couldn't tell whether he was gigging or what it was he was doing, but man alive, it just about so dang bright you couldn't even see your line with the black lights. Yeah.
Well,
You know, and we
I'd say
around
that's
there.
probably what he's doing, carp shooting or gar or something like that, you know?
Yeah, and anyway, we wasted. We caught, like I say, caught that one largemouth and stuff there to start off with, and when he come up through there, it seemed like we fished around that area there for another hour or two and never even got another bite. And that's when we moved on up the lake there and hit a couple of spots and had a couple of fish on. It got off and a few strikes, but nothing much. And but every time I turned around, I changing baits, trying something different. Didn't seem like it mattered that much. You go back to that dang watermelon, that red glitter, and get a dang strike on it, you know.
Right. But like I said, I hate I had that trolling motor trouble. I'd sure like to have been there. But anyway, Chandler, how about putting Mike's film up there and let's see what it looks like. All right, man.
Largemouth, eh? Yeah. Oh. All right. Watch him. Oh, he's wanting back in that water bad, ain't he? We got teeth on him like a razor. Nice one. He's a long one. Let him go. One back down. Hey, come off right at the boat. Boy, even got. All right, Mikey, he wound that up to the end of his rod, and I don't know, heard something pop. I don't know what he got there. When he broke his line, or what are you gonna do with that fish? He finally got his lip there. Now you have to turn around, let me get some light on him, there. Hardly see him too good. Flip that light on right there on the dash there behind you. See if that don't help it some. A little bit better, a little bit better. All right. Where's your bait at? What was that popped anyway?
My bait's still on.
Okay. Must have been the bait hitting the fiberglass or something. All right, there you go. Listen, see what you can do with him. Put him back in the water. Okay, we'll see if you can get you another one. All right, folks, Mikey's got him another one there. I don't know how he's doing that myself. Maybe I give you the wrong bait. I should have kept that one for myself.
You got the fish?
Yeah, I probably should have kept that bait myself instead of giving it to you. What do you think there? All right, yeah. I know light ain't much, I'll tell you that. Okay, we'll put him back in the water. See what we can do with him.
Oh, I lost it. Oh,
Where you hate anything? Oh, I got that lip in. You can get mad all you want to. All right. 1 out of 10 ain't too bad. Tore my trailer off, Cody. You still got one?
no,
Huh?
no, I lost it.
No.
That has to be a big one.
Oh, that's a good one. 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 Come up here. Let my lap be my flopping and carrying on. Oh, here now. He's meaner than a junkyard dog, I'm telling you. All right. He didn't get I think. Trailer read. He done a good job. Okay, folks, there he is. I didn't think he'd make it this long, but I don't think he'll make it too much longer, especially when we hit the truck and head toward the house. Moon's up there, boy, it's a nice one, too. And it's getting pretty late, though. We got things to do tomorrow and stuff, so we're going to head toward the barn. And anyway, I think the fish outdone us tonight. We caught one or two, but Lord, we had a hold of several, but they seem to jump off. I think it's about fish 10 and us 0. That's all I've seen, but anyway, hopefully we can get back up here maybe next weekend or something and give them another try and stuff. So remember the sponsors and let's go fishing.
All righty. Well, Mike, if you'd have left old Mikey alone there for a few minutes, he'd probably caught more than you did.
Yeah.
I mean, dang it. Like I said, I'm real disappointed you guys didn't catch any more fish than that, because I really thought they'd be biting pretty good. I had the trolling motor trouble, but I really had thought you would catch quite a few.
Well, we kind of did too, but like I say, fished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places is all we fished there. But, we beat on them pretty hard around through there. And they just wasn't biting us.
Well,
Surprised me.
yeah.
Especially once that moon got up there, I figured for sure it'd really be tearing it up.
Yeah. Well, what did you catch your fish on, Mike? I mean, you said that watermelon red was the best color you throw.
Yeah. I caught one on that army green, as you was calling it, with watermelon chunk, that largemouth there. And it's the only one I caught on it. And kept going back to it, but never could really get them to hit it. And Mikey had one that was wasn't quite as dark as that. It was about in between on that with a medium green looking skirt there. And he caught them 2 fish right there back to back on his. But once that moon got up, the only thing I could get a hit on was that watermelon red.
Huh.
And Jeff, he kept changing baits out too. And throwed that cropper crawl and several other colors there, thinking that it's green pumpkins and stuff, And
Well, I really, you guys got the funk.
yeah,
And, so I want to make sure that I get my boat washed up good.
Yeah.
More Jeff was in it there the other night, because I don't. Yeah, I believe I'm gonna catch them. Listen, one of the things that we talked about coming over here was the fireworks going off or at the docks, in the marinas. You want to be careful. We've been up there on 4th of July and several. Well, heck, I don't know how many. I don't know if we've missed any. Just tell you the truth about it. We get up there 8 o'clock in that neighborhood. And then that's when everybody else is launching. A lot of them's already launched, but they all gone to the marina, whether it be Stardust, Sequoia, Mountain Lake. I mean, up the Powell. So I'm throwing this out at you. Be careful. You know, wear your life jackets because you get a lot of boats running, and you know, the waves get rolling.
Yeah.
And a lot of the boats this day and time, they run real close to the same speed, and so you know, just like I said, the water gets rough. There has been some accidents up there on Norris and other lakes also this time of year with the fireworks and stuff going off. So you know, do be careful. We've not missed many 4th of July's fishing, but we try to get a little farther back in some of the deep hollers and that kind of thing till the water settles back down 12, 1 o'clock, and then you can do pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And
True.
So just passing that along. I don't know exactly. I don't know if I can't remember if the schedule or several of the marinas was for Saturday night or going to be Sunday night. I don't know, but maybe somebody will call in and let us know what's going on that. Because hopefully I'm going to be up there fishing. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah. And heck, one of the nights we had, I mean, dang, we were up there one year, and heck, I had a spinner bait on with an orange chunk on it, and man, the waves was rolling 3 foot high, and they were just eating that thing up, you know. And so what the heck? But we've got a little smarter, got a lot older, and so now we kind of hunt back out the main drag into the. Now you can fish out there till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You know, once the fireworks is over, you better hunt your hole.
That's right.
Because they're coming. I mean, you can count on it. Hello, caller.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, what's going on?
This is Charlie up here. I heard you there talking about them fireworks stuff out there. I was going to remind you, though, they changed that boating law on that driving drunk.
Yeah.
The same as it is on the road now.
Is that right?
Yeah, they've
Well,
been advertising that there. That might slow some of that boat traffic down up there.
Yeah, well, that's true, Charlie. You know, and then, you know, they have the right to be on the water too, but you get a bunch of them running within a couple of 100 yards from one another, and it gets pretty rough. So you got to be careful and not overload your boat, and make sure everybody's got a life jacket on.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Because they have had several boating accidents during this time frame. You know, where they have the fireworks displays and that thing going on. So.
Yeah, I've seen you were telling about that. I thought I'd just call in and remind you about that.
Well, I'm proud you did, because I had forgot all about that, and I knew they were trying to get that passed, so I guess it's a done deal now.
Yeah, they've been advertising on TV. They're pretty regular and in the paper. And,
yeah.
They said it's going to be equal to getting caught driving a boat. It's going to be equal to driving a car if you're intoxicated or anything. You know? Yeah.
Well, it's, you know, shucks, I know you fished up there a lot on the 4th of July too, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen them come down through there. They'd be some 7 or 8 abreast down through there. You didn't know which way to go, really.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yep.
Sure is.
Hey, you made on Carter's Day, though, when you mentioned him taking notes, all right?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make sure Mike was telling the facts, you know, not stretching it.
Yeah. Yeah, he watches them plugs all the time. He'll make his dad go buy him one if he ain't got one. He's got a tackle box you wouldn't believe.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Not a thing, buddy, for sure.
Yeah, I thought I'd holler at you and say, hey.
Oh, Charlie, glad you did, brother. Yeah.
All righty then. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too, buddy. Be careful here over the 4th now.
Yeah, you too.
All right, man. See you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye. All right. Good to hear from him.
You know, most of the time you see them up there, they usually got blue lights flying up there
Oh, yeah.
over the force. But
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. You know, unless they got running light trouble, they usually don't try to run them down too much. But
Right.
you know, I just wonder how many of them went through that boater safety class that's got their license to operate a dang boat.
Hi, Mike. No telling about that. You know, you just have to.
A lot of them, I don't think went through it because they sure ain't courteous at all.
Yeah.
Things, you know.
Well,
There's no
that's-
law on anything
That's true.
because they'll go anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Chandler, how about taking us to a couple of sponsored breaks here and then come back to it? All right, man. Hey, folks, here at Tim's Tires, there's the times that they're open. The day, you know, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturdays. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some four-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want. So keep that in mind. Then here we get into the light truck, automobiles, that kind of thing. So just walk through here and give you a quick look at what they've got in stock here. I mean, you know, it's it's just, I don't know, man. They must be a couple of thousand tires in here right now, if not more. Sizes, shapes. You truckers, you know the word. This is the place to get your tires for your trucks. And these over here, getting a little bigger sizes. Light trucks, heavier automobiles, this kind of thing. And as you can just see back through there, it's just, heck, I don't know, this building's probably about 300 feet, one end to the other, and they're wall to wall. Remember Tim's Tires, folks. That's down here on Highway 27 on your way into Harriman, and get the best deals they're going. So give them a call, price check, whatever you want to, and if you want a special tire that they might not have, you could, they'll definitely get it for you. Tim's Tires. Let people know what we represent.
That's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TVA sites, the outside contractors. We're just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment, good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, rather it be Barnhard. I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to the local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people.
All right, David. I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air, and I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go. All right, man, we're back. Mike, we talked about several things, and that this weekend is a big weekend on the water, everywhere. So
Yeah.
we just want to keep reminding people to be careful and be courteous, and keep your safety gear handy, for sure.
Yeah.
Because when something happens, it happens pretty quick.
It does.
you just and then you're coming back in or you're going back to the boat ramp from wherever you were watching the fireworks, and the boat in front of you has engine trouble. Just boom, their engine quits running, and you're right up on them before you know it.
That's right. That's right.
So just caution everybody to be careful and be courteous, because everybody's trying to get back to the same spot where you put your boat in at, and that kind of thing. But we have seen, there has been a couple of those incidents right there in front of Point 19.
Sure is.
I know of at least two that were spaced out several years apart, so they do happen. And boats colliding and that kind of thing. So do be careful, folks, for sure. And if you see a boat with his black lights on, he's probably fishing.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah. For sure. Mike, basically, anything else on your fishing trip that you can tell us? How deep was the fish that you all were fishing, catching? How deep water was you setting in, that kind of stuff?
16, 17 foot.
Yeah.
About where I tried to hold up at, and I backed out some and then shallowed up some. And
right.
It didn't really matter. It seemed like you either caught one in there probably 6, 8 foot deep, or you got a hit out there 12, 14 foot deep or something, But I tell you one thing, the minnows, big balls of minnows, a lot of them are showing up now, and you could look down and see below the black light down there 4 or 5 foot deep, and just schools and schools of little old minnows there that's probably a ½ inch long under all 4 of the black lights, when you look down in there beside it. When you sit still for just a few minutes there, it's just all kinds of minnows there for them.
Right. What was that water temperature, Mike?
86.
86. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of to be expected. The fish, that's, but that 86 on the surface will
You might
get deeper, and then as it moves down into the towards the bottom, or the water warms up on in the depths, then them fish probably move out there a little deeper.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
As the summer wears on, for sure. That's kind of what I like to catch them right there where they're at right now, and in that 8, 10 foot of water, 12 foot, and then some of them out there in the 17 next to the boat, type situation. So anyway, it's this rain right here is going to cool the water off a little bit, a few degrees possibly, and if it flash floods like they claim, we may look. When we put in up there the other weekend, the water was down, 6 inches to 6 to 8 inches.
Yeah,
Looked like they dropped it down a little bit.
Oh yeah, they slowly getting him back out of the bushes.
Yeah, slowly. They doing that for sure.
Waiting on some big rains to come through.
Right. So we'll see how that right there works out.
You got to keep it down a little bit, because you get a big rain, you got to have somewhere to put it.
Yeah.
Especially if you had to hold it to keep from flooding everything down the river.
Right. Yeah, that's true. get a bunch of heavy rain right here this time of year, you know, it's gonna come up 2 or 3 feet, 4 feet, well, depending on how much rainfall we get. And you know, if you would look at the vegetation and the trees, there's some trees that were living trees that's not living now.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the water level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Killed out a bunch of them, sure did.
And just something else to look at, you know, and them old buck bushes, they'll seem to come back every year. But the dang trees, some of them don't, you know.
Usually them willow trees will last a month or so underwater.
Yeah.
Longer than that, and I think it kills them out.
Right. Folks, right quick, do remember our sponsors, Reynolds Racing and Marine. Get on his website. Look, I mean, he's got a lot of stuff on there. Got boats on there. He's got engines on there, and props, just so on and so forth. So I do remember Reynolds Racing and Marine, and I didn't get to talk to Glenn today, and I really hate that I didn't, because he and I were talking about some things there back last Friday, and we didn't get to make it happen, or didn't get to communicate. But do remember that, and get on the website and check him out. Do remember Tim's Tires, IUOE, for you folks that's looking for some employment. Cogdale Road, and Edgemore Outdoors Naturally, don't forget them. Zach's Rustic Flags, you see that on the screen every week. We try to help that feller out. And then you got Givens Creations, the lady that does the stickers and for us, and so, you know, just keep those folks in your mind when you go out to buy something or do something.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we couldn't do this show without them. And I can't wait to get over to Jim's. And I got a gift certificate over there. My daughter and Wesley's mother bought it for me there for Father's Day, and Jim sent a message, said, "Don't come over here." Said, "Tell him he's got to come himself." So
that's right.
I got to get over there. I'm sure he's got something special, you know, something going on. So, but he did send words, said, "Tell him he can't let you come over here. He's got to come himself." So I'm going to try to get over there Saturday morning after I get up. You know, when I catch them 50 bass up there.
Yeah.
Mike, yeah, I'll get with you there Saturday or sometime about midnight there Friday night, and let you know what they're biting good.
I'll tell you one thing. If for some reason if you buy a rod, let Jim take it out to the truck for you. Don't try to take it out yourself.
I'm not going to buy another rod. I'm rod poor now. I mean, I got rods hanging on the shelf that I've had for 30 years. The Castaways, I mean, good rods. I think at that time they were the top of the line. As far as I'm concerned, they're still good rods. And I just, I don't know. I've probably got all I need of them right now. The biggest thing is keeping Wesley in plastics. I mean, you know, the bottom of the boat's covered with them.
Yeah, and every time he catches something, he says, "My trailer's gone. My trailer's gone."
I know. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, and some of these guys that, you know, I know them Castaway rods I've got, they'd like to have them. If I wanted to turn them loose, I just hadn't decided to turn them loose. I took the reels off of them and hung them up, and that's where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So we'll have to go from there. But I don't know. I'm just gonna go up there and see what Jim's got, and what he's wanting to see me for some reason or another. But anyway, do remember the sponsors, and so we can keep the show going. And check Reynolds out on his website, and Wesley was over there the other day, and or him and his mama, when they went in there and got the gift card, and
Is that when he got the black lights?
yeah, when he got the black lights, and that was my Father's Day present from my wife. She let me buy them 2 black lights over there at Edgemore to give me 4. And so anyway, I was tickled to death for that. And I swear, I believe them rascals draws more bugs than them the old fluorescent type black lights that we had for years, you know. And I just put them 2 hoppies up on the shelf back there, and when Sherry got me the LEDs, you know, and but just looking at things, I think them dang new ones attract more bugs than the LEDs attract more bulbs than the old fluorescent. More bugs than the fluorescent jobs that we've used for years, you know. But I'm telling you, them bugs have been bad up there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, man, they'd cover you up.
Well, now, that was something funny that the other week when I was up there with you and Wesley, and the willow flies was running around. Well, the other night, I never seen the first willow fly one.
Well, you know, when you say the willow flies, they're just the little old bitty things.
There was a few big ones.
But I don't know what the deal is on that. Now, when we get into the willow fly hatch here in another month, look out.
I reckon they're talking about them all over Watch Bar down there. I don't know.
Already?
Yeah.
Well, I remember a lot of Julys they've been all over. And the bushes just was covered with them July the 4th and the week after.
That water being up so high, I don't know about it up north yet. It may have to come down a little bit before they really get
it may do it. Well,
warm up a little more or something.
I've seen them up there hatching, and us be sitting in 30 foot of water, and them suckers popping up on top of the water everywhere.
And popping up everywhere, too.
Yeah, sure would. Anyway, folks, do remember what we talked about. Be careful. Be courteous. Enjoy the weekend. All of you be safe. God bless you all, and we'll see you next week. Hey folks, here at Edgemore Outdoors, we're going to run inside and shoot some film. Don't forget Edgemore Outdoors over here on Edgemore Road. Hey folks, we're in here at Edgemore Outdoors. Man, the place has been packed with people. The reason being because this is the best sporting goods store this side of the Mississippi River. So if you want to get in here and get you something, you better come by. See Jim and Vance and Jeannie here at the Edgemore Outdoors. They've got everything you might need to fish with, whether it be from a boat or from the bank or whatever. Rods, reels, the walls are lined with baits, tackle. Just great store. Jim's been a sponsor of the show for a long time, and we really appreciate him and his family. And but do get by here and visit with them at Edgemore Outdoors. Live bait, just everything in the world. We'll just take a little quick stroll down through here. Jim said he was tired of seeing Vance on the TV every Thursday night, so he wanted me to get somebody besides him. I'll take that back. He didn't say that, but I thought about it. All right, Vance, what kind of special you got for us today?
Got all kinds of specials in here today.
Got all kinds of specials today. Anything in particular? Got a good sale on reels, rods?
We got some, we've been selling a bunch of these Corrados and Shimano SLX reels with the digital chips in them here lately. We got them in right and left. And we got a few of them right now. but it's a good reel. One of them's $189.99, and the other one's $249.99.
That's guaranteed not to backlash. Is that right?
Well, you